Good morning, everybody. This is Fuzzy Paws. We're back with building our base after our last video where I cut down 8 or 10 hours worth of video to 38 minutes just showing you the outline. But here you can see the inner part of our base is an 8 by 8. The outer part of our base is a 14 by 14. And we're going to get started here. Today we're going to start with a hospital, move to the barracks, the cook, and then our builder's hut number 2. And here we are, the hospital. Take a little nap here real fast. Grab some carrots for food. And the reason we're building our hospital, after a long build that took all those hours, all of our villagers right now have forgive me, I forgot what they had. Measles. And they require carrots and potatoes to get cured. So we're going to go down over here, place our hospital. And since it's on the upper deck facing out, make sure your wall is on the far side over there. Line up the corner, raise it up 1. There's level 5. Really nice looking build whenever it gets done. And the reason we're putting it right beside our university is everywhere else in the world it's a teaching hospital, so why not make it a teaching hospital here? And we need to pick it up because we put it 1 too low. Go back and reset it and do it again. There we go. Make sure you go over here and click on it, click build building, and we can go to see our builder. Oh, he has influenza, not measles. To cure influenza, it's put 4 potatoes in there and 4 carrots. Typically, it takes care of him. In just a second, he should start having little green particles around him. That means that he is healing himself right now. And if I didn't have my audio turned muted, you'd be able to hear the pretty little music that goes along with it. If you're using storage drawers, all you have to do is click on the box and it'll accept the item of that type, but you have to click on that item box. And at level 1, nothing in here is really hard to get. It's just you don't have a carpenter to make the items for you. You don't have a blacksmith to make any of the metal items. You don't have a stonemason to make any of the stone blocks. You don't have a stone smelter to smelt the blocks for the stonemason. It's just, it takes time. And we're going to go ahead and just skip to the end of it where you get it built. Alright, and here you can see our hut's coming along kind of well. And we're going to go over here to the where we're going to put our barracks in. Our barracks are going to go from here all the way across over between those two guard houses. Guard towers. I would show you a picture of the alternate guardhouse, but no. We'll go through that later. Raise it up one. Get it lined up between the two guard towers. And then here's a nice picture of a level 5 town hall. Whenever this gets turned into level 5, it's going to line up with all that nicely. You're going to have stairs going up to the second level of your town hall, which is also your player's house for this version. Your rails lines line up, and we'll go over that later as well. And we're still waiting for the builder to get done with the hospital. See what he needs. He got influenza again, or yeah. So we got to give him more carrots and potatoes. That's the problem with letting all your villagers be sick. As soon as they get near another villager that has it, they get it too. That's why you want to cure it as fast as you can. But whenever you get the hospital built, get a doctor in the hospital. Your villagers will hardly ever get sick, because you're taking care of them right away. And we're going to run over here to our town hall. Villagers weren't real happy, but they're okay. And here we're going to look at Town map. It just says we need to put a level 1 map in there in the storage. One thing I don't like about, there's no way to get to the storage just from the main home screen like there used to be in the past. Yeah, there's a lot of things making our villagers unhappy. We don't have any babies. We've only got room for one more at the moment. And everybody's currently employed. And here's our hut completed. You can see how we've got our villagers are starting to run over here. We're going to go ahead and cure them all over here instead of waiting to get a doctor. That way they'll start working and doing their thing like we want them to. And our builder should go ahead and move on over and start building the barracks for us. And here's our builder going over here to make sure what he's got to build. Get him working on the barracks, and then we'll start giving him stuff to fill in. But like I said, once the courier starts picking up everything, and the courier just got to working. So the courier's still got a lot of places to go before they'll even get to where they're needed. At level 1 warehouse, I would recommend having 2 couriers. Level 5 warehouse, I'd recommend having 10. It makes your villages go a whole lot easier. So basically, for every time you upgrade your warehouse, you want to put 2 more couriers in. And we'll show you the completed barracks once this is done. Our builder just flat demanded a pair of shears. Tried deleting the request and went over and knocked out what little bit of grass was there, and they just demanded a pair of shears. So we finally gave them a pair of shears. And it takes him forever to come back. Be back in a minute. There he comes. I'll make some fences and fence gates before I go back over and get the shears. He'll have everything he needs before he gets shears. He says, nope, I want shears. So we went and made him a pair of shears. After I inspected the area looking for whatever it was that he was downright refusing to do. Just give him a pair of shears and call it good. Alright, here's what our barracks looks like partway through, just to give you an idea. Set up. Now we're going to get him working on not that. I don't think he can do anything at the moment with the level 1, but for civilian we can get him doing ambition to unlock the mystical site. Yeah, we'll do that one. Unlocking the barracks and the hospital are really the first two things you need to do. And I would recommend doing the hospital first. Here you can put a map in the town hall now. All you have to do is take the open map and drop it in the town hall. Generate. And drop it in, and whenever you click on the town hall button, now it shows it. But it's only the level 1 map. Kind of curious if the level 2 town hall gets a level 2 map to level 3, or if you can put up multiple maps in it. Used to be something that was in the barracks. We're going to see if that's still a thing. Alright, and we're going to take off and go set up our tavern, because it's time to do another citizen building of some sort. The tavern gets placed just like the houses do, right in the very corner. And there's all of our wool. All of our wool. You got a wagon and 2 little teepees. Each one of the little teepees has 2 beds in it. There's a part here that's going to go down and underground. We'll step back and take a look at a level 2. It's got open air upper part to it. And the inside has sandstone floor. And then whenever we change it to a level 3, the upper part gets filled in on the outside. It looks really nice. And here we are with the barracks just about done. We've got a torch, or a couple of torches to be placed, and a couple of stairs. And you're going to see him run around. they take some crazy pathing when they build stuff. Now, later on in the build, you're able to select the different build styles that you want. Instead of building like a dot matrix printer, you can build out from the center. You can build a randomly placed block wherever. There's multiple different styles, but you have to research that in the builders in the university. And the university has to be a level 3 or higher, I believe. Level 3 or 4. And any minute now, our barracks should be completing. There we go. The barracks are complete. That is a level 1 barracks. Not a whole lot to look at. And then to make sure that he can start working on the... Nope. Forgot to click the button to tell it to build the tavern. So we're going to run all the way over here to where the tavern is. Click the little build, click the block, tell it to build it, because we were kind of goofy. And now whenever we get back, it should tell us that he's going to build the building for us. And there he has. He started working on the tavern. Now, again, there's nothing big in the list here of what's needed, so we're going to skip through a lot of it. Anyway, here we are going back over to our tavern. And as you can see, he's digging a hole. There's a lot that's got to be dug out. Alright, we're going to talk a little bit about the barracks and barracks towers and your barracks guards. I mean, why else would you have a barracks? So this is a barracks guard tower. You get 4 of them in total. You cannot place them or build them. They get upgraded with the... Each time you upgrade your barracks, you are allowed to upgrade your towers. For level 1, you get 1 tower, and it can only be a level 1, which means you get 1 guard. Level 2 barracks gets 2 towers, and the towers can then be upgraded to level 2 for a total of 4 guards. Level 3 tower can go to 5, or a level 3 tower can get 3 guard towers and have 3 guards in each tower. A level 4 barracks can go have 4 guard towers and go to a total of 4 guards per tower for 16. Now level 5 does not get a tower, but it does get the ability for all the towers to be upgraded to level 5 for a total of 20 guards in your 1 barracks. Alright, we're going to walk over and take another look at our tavern, see how our builder's doing. Well, the hole's a bit deeper. As you can see, it goes back up under that way too. And I believe that's as deep as it goes. At least here. Over in that other hallway, it goes down another 2 or 3 blocks. Just at the very end. run back over here and take a look at our university real fast. Okay, basically what we're looking at here is how to upgrade our builder to do more things. Got night owl for the villagers to stay up an hour longer. Mass to keep them a little healthier. Minimum order quantity. Down under technology. They're basically researching whatever you can research. At the end of the day, it gets you some really good stuff. You have to go through research to do your lumber mill, your everything that's not a basic building has to be researched. So if you want to be able to grind up rocks to make them into gravel and whatnot, you're going to have to research that. If you want to be able to smelt stone, you've got to research that. If you want to be able to have your villagers shape your rocks for you, you've got to research all that. It's not just build a building and it happens. You have to research it, then build the building, and then they can do it. And then whenever you get over to the level 5 stuff, you can only have one of those items researched. And it's a 16-hour process for that one item. Or at least, excuse me, at least that's the way it used to be. Tavern, just to see how he's doing. And doing alright. You can see this is a little tunnel that goes down here, and there's the stairway I was talking about that goes nowhere. Here you got your barrels all laid out up here, nice and pretty, getting ready for the customers to come join us at the tavern. Kind of cool how the barrels poke through on that animation. And I guess we'll be back whenever he gets done with it. Alright, and there he finished the tavern. We're going to go over and take a quick peek at it. This is what your level 1 tavern looks at. You got your wagon on the left, your sleeping tents on the wow, your wagon on the right and your sleeping tents on the left. Let's see if we can use our other right there. And then just showing you the villagers have better stats than what your normal villagers do. He's got 3 of them that are above 10 as a brand new character. And we'll go over and look at one of our other colonists. And I was wanting to show you the builder, but he's out building. So we'll go over to the lumber. And as you can see, he's only got 1, and this was one of our first colonists. So whenever he first started out, he had like levels 1, 2, and 3. From chopping down all the trees he's chopped, or she's chopped down, she has gained gotten up to 14 levels, and only their primary stat, or only their primary and secondary stat, are upgraded through them doing their work. So while you can have a villager that has a crazy amount of stats that you've leveled from 1, the only things for a level 1 is only going to be those stats that they're working in. If you get a villager from the tavern, he's going to have a range of stats, and some of those secondary and, well, some of those non-useful stats for his profession can still help him in the long run. Intelligence. Even though intelligence is not a stat, it gives them the ability to learn faster. So the higher the intelligence, the better they learn their job, the quicker they'll make it to the top level. Top level used to be level 50. If you have a level 5 building, level 5 room that they can sleep in, then your villager could get to level 50. If you give them a level 4 house and a level 5 job, they're only going to get to like level 45 or 48 or something. They're never going to hit 50. At least that's the way that's my understanding of it. Now, as you can kind of see in the background there, we've been getting children popping up left and right because we had 4 open beds in our building, or in our colony, and we had a level 2 house. So the parents made babies, and they have populated our colony with 4 more little ones, and now we just have to wait for them to grow up so that we can give them jobs. I've also started on my cook, and I'm going to put it right here. And currently I'm getting materials for it. Still need a lot of stuff. And there's another baby. Now, whenever babies are made through the village like this, they gain stats from their parents. So you can kind of get the stats you want if you want to. At least I believe you can get the stats you want, because the parent stats will increase the baby stats. Your babies do not start at a 1-1-1 all the way down, or a 1-2-3 all the way down. They actually start with stats. In one of our later videos, I'll show you that. And here's what our cook area is looking like at the moment. Anyway, the cook feeds your entire colony. You might want to put 2 in if it'll allow you. I haven't ever tried to put 2 in. That way your people don't have to walk as far. Depending on how much room I have in this one, I might put 2 or 3 in. And I had to move my steps because they were in the way of the cook. And once you get your villager starts feeding people, you get feeding the masses. Or actually, for completing the restaurant, you get feeding the masses. Now we're going to go over here and place our builder's hut to fill in the last of this little room we've got right here. And some unique stuff came up whenever I placed it. what happened was, because I have the house in there, the house on this side, I wanted the doors facing off to the left, not forward. And whenever I put the house in, I had to reverse it in order to get the doors the way I wanted. But whenever I went to put in my builder's hut, it is showing with the house on top of it where the house would be if it wasn't reversed. Now that's just a graphical issue. It's not in the game. It's not going to affect where my house is actually going to be built. And then I also wanted to switch my builder's hut around because I wanted my builder's hut to have its door opposite of the builder I have on the other side of the barracks. And again, same thing happened with it. Whenever I clicked it, instead of showing it this way, where I needed it at, so I could put everything where I wanted it, it reversed the whole image, and it made it a royal nightmare to put this in, as you can see. I had to get out of builder mode in order to see the way it was going to function, and as soon as I picked my wand back up and clicked it, this is what I got to look at. Made it really, really hard. But I finally got it, and yeah, but it built everything right. Everything's going in properly. It's not messed up. But it did make it a lot of fun. There we go. That's the way I want it. All set up even at the front. And we come out here, click it, and build it. Now it's going to build where it's supposed to, and as you can see, the house is on the other side. The workstation is backwards. I kind of wish they would fix that, but it works. The workstation there is also backwards. But it works, so I'm not really complaining about it. The coders on this have done a really, really good job. And here's our builder building the house the proper way, even though whenever we put it in, it looked like it was completely jacked up and messed up. But he's doing it the right way. Alright, we'll be back whenever he gets done with this. Alright, and then we upgraded our courier's hut that we already had to a level 2. As you can see, it needs a couple more resources, but nothing hard to get. And then, hey look, our builder's hut is finished. There's our second builder's hut. Go across to the other side of the barracks. There's our first builder's hut. And I don't know what I was doing, but I was having fun running around being goofy. Anyway, and we're going to end it right there until the courier's hut is complete. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and set up a couple of more guard towers. Whenever you look at our whole entire base, and every one of the 8 corners, there's going to be a guard tower in each one of them. Yes, I said 8 because we have the upper level and the lower level. So we're setting up the 2 front corner guard towers right now. We're not reversing imaging or any of that. We're just going to put them in the corners because they're pretty much symmetric as they are anyway. They look nice as a level 5. I'll make sure I get it all the way out to the end. And make sure I raise it up one. There's that one. We're not going to build it yet. We're just placing it. I've got this right here for building part of my road in, because I'm tired of having these dips. I've got the buildings there now. Now I need to start putting the road in. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to actually put this building in. And we're going to start building it. Our courier house to the left there, you can tell it was already done. I think I upgraded it to level 2 as well. And then we get to raise that up one. There it is, ready to be built. We're going to build it. Once your colony gets up to a certain size, you can go into the builder's huts. You can do this straight from day one, but you can go into your builder's huts and you can change one of the settings on your builder from, let's see, from automatically assign the building to you having to manually assign the building. It's nice because then you can just run around and say build, 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 then run to each of your builders and tell them who to build it instead of letting the game decide, because the game, Minecolonies doesn't always choose the appropriate builder for the job. Let's say you have a level 2 builder, a level 3 builder, and a level 5 builder. And you're fixing to build a level 5 hut, but the closest builder to the hut that you're building right now at a level 1, because you're building your level 1 glass blower, is a level 5 builder. It'll automatically assign that level 5 builder to your hut. And then whenever you want to upgrade your barracks to a level 4, you can't do it because your level 5 builder is building the level 1 glass blower instead of your level 2 or 3 builder building the level 1 glass blower. And we have illagers and more illagers and more illagers, and I just knocked them off the side and said the heck with it. A couple of them died in the fall, a couple of them survived, but we're not here to... This video isn't about killing folks yet. This video is about building the mine colony and keeping it safe. I've died quite a few times and I've lost one villager out of this whole deal. And that was my goal, was to not lose any villagers. Lost one. Oh well, things happen. And here, whenever you get your cook built, you need to go in and tell it what type of fuel to use. I told it to use coal. Most of the time you would tell it to use whatever else you wanted to use. If you've got a multitude, once we get the carpenter built, we can tell them to use dark oak logs instead of coal, because then our builder's hut, our carpenter, can cut dark oak logs into planks, and the cook can use the dark oak planks. And our guard tower is about to be done. Sometimes the patterns don't get connected, like right here in the corner. I don't know why. Just gameplay. Over the years of playing Minecolonies, I've seen a lot of updates to it, and some updates are really nice to Minecolonies, and some updates are not so nice at first, and it takes a lot for the coders to go back in and, tell them that they need to fix it. And here we just decided to update our university, and we're not going to get our university completed today because there's a lot of stuff that goes into the university. Nope, I didn't update that guy to a level 2. I just did a level 1. And came over here because I was looking to figure out where I wanted to put some more stuff. So down over here on the left side, as you're looking at the front gate, the lower half is where all of our farm animals are going to go. In the back, in that lower area, is where our crops are going to go, and over on the left hand side is where our industry section is going to go. But first I got to get the upper level built up so that it can expand the borders wide enough that I can get stuff down into those lower levels. And then in the front we're going to make a big commerce place. Then outside of our colony we're going to build a shipyard, stuff like that. Hopefully my creative abilities kick in and I can do stuff, but sometimes, yeah, my creative abilities don't kick in and it doesn't look good. And here in just a second we're going to go back over here to the builder, check out what our list is for our university, the items that we need. None of it's still none of it's hard, none of it requires going anywhere, but cut the framed blocks. We're going to have to make a architect's table in order to cut those framed blocks out. Let's try not to get into any of that in this video. I was wanting to wait until later, but oh well. And on that note right there, we're going to call it a day here. When we come back, we'll go through the builders. We'll go through the how to use the architect table and how to get those blocks that we're going to need to finish off the university. So I will see you guys later. Thank you. Have a great day. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and have a great day.